Todd Hess with Todd A. Hess Painting Company here. We're going to be talking about how to pick out finishes for your interior painting project. This is a topic that has multiple facets. It's a topic that you could probably spend a half an hour to an hour on, but we're going to spend a few minutes here just to kind of get the basics down. In the past, people used to think you needed more sheen to get more durability and washability. That means instead of a flat paint, we're gonna go all the way to a semi-gloss paint because we wanna be able to wash it down, wipe it down. There's gonna be a lot of fingers on it. That's not exactly the truth anymore. With the higher quality paints and the time period that's gone by now with acrylic and latex products on the interiors of people's homes, you're able to kind of lower the sheen, which gives a little bit better of an appearance, and yet still have the durability and the washability you want. One thing you're gonna have to take into consideration when picking these finishes is how much traffic is gonna be in these areas. If it's a low traffic area, you might wanna go with a lower sheen like flat or matte, just to hide some imperfections on your walls if you have older walls. If you have a tall foyer, for example, they get a lot of movement through them, but you're gonna have to kind of decide what do you wanna trade off. We would never probably recommend going above an eggshell finish in a foyer just because of how hard it is to keep what we call a wet edge. Keep that paint looking good the whole way through the foyer when we're rolling it out. With that said, foyers, if you can, are also another great place to use flat and matte. Hides imperfections. Maybe if you have some rough areas in your walls in any room, you could use a flat paint. We don't usually go up over a satin finish on walls. That's just because every house we go into, modern or old, usually has some kind of imperfections, nail pops, seams that need to be patched. All that stuff is gonna show no matter how well it's patched or it's taken care of. It's not a new wall anymore. So we do recommend stay satin, eggshell, matte or flat, beautiful on walls. We recommend flat finishes on ceilings. Unless you're inside of a bathroom, you can probably go to a matte or an eggshell, possibly a satin on bathroom ceilings. Trim work is kind of where the trend is kind of leaned now towards going satin on trim when it used to be semi-gloss. I think that's because of the durability of the products that we have now. You get a little bit of a softer look on trim. Also, most cabinetry sets that are put in now are in what we call a satin finish. And that's not saying all of them are, but a good majority of them are a satin finish. When you have trim baseboard running into that cabinetry or trim that's near that cabinetry and you decide to go with a semi-gloss finish, you can have a real big difference between the light reflection off those two surfaces, kind of making it an ununiform look inside of an area. So trim work, most likely it's satin or semi-gloss. We're seeing a trend towards using more satin finishes. So I don't want to go too much deeper into this because again, it could become a very long drawn out conversation. I hope these facts were able to help you out. If you're looking for a painter here in York, PA, Todd A. Hess Painting Company, give us a call, 717-881-5807. Thanks so much.